Culture Warrior segment tonight. Even though California voted overwhelmingly for Barack Obama, the folks turned down gay marriage, and the deciding votes cast by African Americans 70-30 against. You may remember the California Supreme Court imposed gay marriage on the state, but even in a liberal climate, gay marriage is now against the law in California again. Let's now discuss Culture Warriors, Monica Crowley and Margaret Hoover. All right, so the whole thing was 53 against, 47-48 for, 5-point spread. But the African Americans, 70-30 against. That was the deciding.
Made the difference. It absolutely made the difference. I mean, you can say Barack Obama cost the gay rights this movement because the African Americans turned out in droves to vote for the black man for president, but they believe in traditional values. They believe in marriage is between a man and a woman, and they do not believe in gay rights.
Overwhelming.
Or in gay marriage, not.
And Hispanics voted for gay marriage, right? I think
Hispanics were slightly also in favor of the proposition, only slightly. Whites were against it because no was to keep gay marriage.
Right.
So if you voted no, so
well, not to confuse everybody. So Hispanics voted
against gay marriage.
Just
whites,
by a little.
By a slight margin. Whites voted slightly for it, and the youth vote, 30 and under, my demographic, my generation, overwhelmingly in favor of gay marriage.
Okay, so this tells you that African Americans, even though they're liberal, I think that would be accurate to say, they want big government programs.
Right.
Okay. On the social issues are conservative.
They are still culturally conservative, and we see this across the country, not just in the Deep South, but we're seeing it in urban areas. We're seeing it in the state of California, which is by far probably one of the most liberal states. New York and California, I would say probably Washington State, but this was not the only state where the gay marriage proposal
but the others were
went
predictable.
down.
We
Arizona and Florida.
Yeah, that's not
right.
going to
So
happen.
what that tells me is that when you have these very diverse states all voting down gay marriage, that tells me that this country remains center-right. So even though you had Democratic victories for the White House and you had Democratic victories in the Congress nationally, when it comes to cultural issues, this country still remains quite conservative.
I agree with that, but then we're going to get on to something in a moment that throws that off. Go ahead, because you want gay marriage, Hoover, even though you're a Republican. You support gay marriage.
I completely support gay marriage,
right.
and look, Massachusetts has gay marriage. They've had it since May 17th,
yeah, but it was imposed on them too.
It was worked out in the courts, but it was since May 17th, 2004. Listen to this.
It wasn't worked out in the courts. It was
50th
imposed upon the people, and they won't let the people vote in Massachusetts. Don't put a happy face on what's going on up there. That's fascism, what's going on up there.
Massachusetts is doing just fine. They have the lowest divorce rate of any state in the entire country.
All right. If you want to live under fascism, then move up there. I lived in Massachusetts. I love Massachusetts. This was fascism. Judges imposed, found a loophole, and then they said to the folks, you know what? We're not going to let you vote on it.
Look,
you like that?
I agree. People should vote. This should be self-determinative. However, I just would like to point out that a similar measure was on the ballot in California about 10 years ago.
And it was much bigger.
And it lost by 10 points, this time by 5 points.
Look
No, it's not just the media. It's that my generation gets it. My generation does not think
your
that
generation will
people should be
change
treated
in 10
differently.
years. Your generation will change in 10 years. But I have to challenge you on one thing, and this segues into else. You say the country's still center-right, but they put another proposition in California to let parents know if they're underage people have an abortion. Underage kids have not consent. Just let them know.
Right.
And it's voted down.
Parental
That's insane.
Right.
That's insane.
I know. And
With the court provision in that if there's an abuse situation, the court takes it over. And they vote, so no. If you're 12, go ahead and have an abortion.
Right.
So that center-right thing blows up.
Well, this is not the first time that this has been supported by the people in California and other states around the country. What I think is going on here is the gay marriage thing has not been aired out. This is a pretty new cultural issue on the American landscape. Abortion has been debated, aired out,
12, 13-year-old kids and their parents don't know?
Listen, I'm not agreeing with it. I don't think this was the right thing to do.
But that's loony. That's far-left lunacy. That's not center-right. That's not close.
The country may be center-right, and we know this also because the way Democrats took back Congress in 2006 was by running conservative Democrats, pro-gun, pro-life. The country is center-right. California is not.
All right, so
California is liberal, and they hate any infringement on reproductive rights against women.
Reproductive rights.
Yes,
For
yes.
12-year-olds and 13-year-olds. Let's let them make all those decisions
But you know what?
by
That's California, and California is not center right.
And that was my point about the distinction between the gay marriage issue and the abortion issue. The abortion issue has been aired in America for 30 years.
But this isn't about abortion.
The
It's
gay
about
marriage
parental
issue is
rights.
a new issue. It hasn't been aired. It hasn't been vetted yet. I agree with you. I think there should be parental notification.
Oh my God, it's just
absolutely, absolutely. But what I'm saying is, with the gay marriage issue, it's so much money being poured into supporting gay marriage in California by the Hollywood community. Steven Spielberg, we had others pouring millions of dollars into this, and it still failed in California, which tells me that this issue has a long way to go. People are ready for civil unions, but not gay marriage.
It has a long way to go,
Real
but it's
quick.
going to get there. It's going to get there. People are evolving on the way they think about gay unions and gay marriage. This is going to change. Bill, you can tap your fingers all you want, but let me tell you, it's happening.
No, I just was confused by evolving.
We're progressing.
No.
It's civil rights. This is the civil rights
See
issue
what I
of
have
my
to deal with?
generation.
Ladies, thanks very much. We appreciate it. Directly ahead, that mean guy, Shepard Smith, shoots it out with Ralph Nader because Nader said this about Barack Obama.
But his choice, basically, is whether he's going to be Uncle Sam for the people of this country or Uncle Tom for the giant corporation.
The Smith-Nader confrontation, moments away.